Hello guys, Princessprt here, and I'm with Jesse. Today we will be taking a we'll be taking a sorting hat quiz. We will be figuring out what Harry Potter class, which Harry Potter house will be in. Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, Gryffindor, or Slytherin.
I'm hoping for Waffle House personally.
Alright, first question is, what would you least like to be called? Ignorant,
Oh, are
cowardly,
we doing
selfish, or ordinary?
are we doing start and doing it that way, or are we just going down the page?
Oh, click the start thing.
All right.
It's actually a legitimate quiz. So,
Hmm.
which would you least like to be called? Ignorant, cowardly, selfish, ordinary? I'm cool with being called ordinary, cowardly, same, ignorant. I know I'm that. Yeah, selfish is my big one I don't like to be called.
All right. So for me, uh, I find that ignorance, like people that call others ignorant, just like to use that as a throwaway word. Cowardly, I don't care about. Selfish, bring it. So I'd hate to be ordinary, because
Alright,
then I'm just one of the crowd.
next question is, when you're dead, what do you want people to do when they think of you? Miss you and smile, think of your achievements, tell stories about your adventures, or you don't care what people think of you. When you're dead, it's when you're alive that counts.
I wish that they hadn't added that last line because that would have just been really funny. Like, I just don't care what people think. I'm dead. Just that's it. That's great.
Honestly, I don't really. Yeah, no, the last line is me for sure. Essentially, let me close the door a bit. Give me a second. Essentially, to put it like this. Um, this is gonna sound rich coming from me. I used to be very suicidal.
Okay.
I still have not regrown that confidence yet from that. So, by all means, everything's still everything.
Hmm.
And something I found out that you might find in one of my other videos. I didn't actually record this, but I know some things, and I know certain other things, and essentially, I am on a very, very tight watched list. Um, going, was your, which was yours, by the way?
Oh, I did that. I want them to think of my achievements because while I do want people to miss me and smile, I'm pretty sure if they do what we do in my family, which is whenever somebody dies, we do a toast and we remember them, and usually we have a good laugh at that in some way, shape, or form, since we like to laugh. So I figure people are already going to miss me and smile.
Okay,
Uh, my misadventures are legendary in and of themselves, so that's going to be taken.
yeah.
And I'm really not going to care because I'm going to be dead, so I want them to think of my achievements.
When you're dead, you want people to remember you as the good, the great, the wise, the bold. Honestly, I'm going to have to say the good because I'm not going to lie to you. Uh, Apparently, if I was a D&D alignment, I would be chaotic good no matter what I did.
All right. Well, if I was D&D alignment, I would be chaotic stupid.
Like, no joke. Apparently, some of the stupidest stuff I've done has turned out for the goodest thing. Like, I found a shiny rock. I liked it. I took it with me. It was on a Raven Queen thing. I identified it was Raven Queen, but did not roll high enough to identify what it was exactly. And instead of doing the DM's thing of wanting to dispel it, I took it to get it identified. It was an ancient black dragon sealed in a rock.
Nice.
So it would have
Uh,
destroyed the city, and worse. And the basically he had the NPCs take care of it, aka it did.
uh, craziest misadventure I had with D&D was with the character that I was saying I might bring into PTU. One of the things he did was we found a traveling merchant who happened to have go karts, like the kind like 5-year-olds have, and they're driving and they're like using down
Oh yeah, I know
highways.
that one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I know that one because
So
my cousins, cause like I have family that own a farm, and like the cousins sort of like have that car and they race around because sort of like
yeah,
the adults all have their cars parked in one place, and we all like it's who's ever able to drive first come first serve, and so on and so forth.
yeah. So my character is a halfling, so this kid go kart is perfect for him, but it doesn't have any of the motorized stuff, right? It's supposed to be like a pedal go kart.
Oh yeah.
So that's not what he's all about. And he happened to be friends with a magic shop owner because whenever he was robbing people, he'd spend a good portion of it on magic items that he thought were just hilarious.
Oh god,
So him and so
sorry.
him and this shop owner are great friends, and he happens to know that this owner has these things called ever turning cogs. He gets 5 of them, sets it up so that way it's a instead of a go-kart, it's the first actual car. And the first thing they do is, because this guy is magical, they set up a magical racetrack and street race using the go-kart and Bigby's magic hand.
Nice. Oh, that reminds me of something that happened recently. So, basically, I had my Saturdays taken up by a D&D group that a friend invited me to after the. You remember Ginger? Basically, after that happened.
Yeah.
So, I go there. It was good for a bit. Then,
Not so
I
good.
kind of quit the game. You want to know why?
Because of what he was doing with the magic items.
He basically destroyed all my magical items that wasn't equipped to me. And that was the majority of my items. Magical, and here's the thing is I even pointed out to him my magical bags, which were stolen from me, which were technically equipped to me, were stolen, and that is how they destroyed everything. So I lost a lot of stuff, and I just like nope. Mm-mm. You want, because like before this session even happened, DM's like, hey, you gotta be more combative, like more fighting. Essentially, the other players were complaining because my character wasn't very combat person. Okay. Do you remember that Kenku Warlock idea I told you about, right?
Yeah.
That was essentially it. Its entire thing is deception, trickery, and basically it's there to get out of fights. It's literally the get out of jail free card.
Well then, let me give a piece of
And
advice to any possible DMs, GMs, however you want to say
oh
it,
no no no.
that want to run a combat heavy campaign.
Oh, can
Do
I just
Tomb of Horror Gauntlet
um
Run.
before you okay, just to point this out, this DM even knew this. I told him about it. I talked with him about it. He knew this. Like he knew this was what my character did.
Hmm.
And this still happened. Because my
Yeah.
character liked to use her magical items. And here's the thing. You know how there's certain sort of like magical rings on D&D Beyond and Roll20? And you gotta just...
Yeah.
So, I get the invisibility one that has the charges, right?
Sure.
I'm basically told I'm not allowed to have that because everyone was sort of like thinking, oh hey, I have the legendary one, which is infinite amount of invisibilities. Which, yes, I want that, but I did not actually have that. There was, I don't remember what the other two rings were. I knew one of them was one that I messed up on because I thought it was one sort of like rarity, and it was in fact another type.
Okay.
There was either water walking or water breathing one. That was actually low legendary, and I was told I wasn't allowed to have that. But yeah, so and here's the thing. You remember us talking about the magical items thing?
Yeah.
Where I was like, hey, magical items idea, because my character, because Duplica was originally built to not have any magical items. The entire thing with her is that she sort of like get around, and yes, she would love these magical items. It was not her thing. However, the thing that this Dan forgot is my character was very heavy magical item based. You know why?
Why is that?
So essentially painted it as, hey, these relics are from another realm. Like she's from a different plane entirely, and she got teleported there because her plane collapsed. And I only did like this. I would have done it very much differently if I hadn't had the magical items. But because I had the magical items, I basically made up an excuse as to why she would have them. So yeah. Oh, we should probably get back to the question. Okay, when you're dead, what do you want people to remember you as? The good, the great, the wise, or the bold?
I want people to remember me as the Great
Okay.
because honestly, I am too much of a smartass to be called the Wise. I'm definitely too much of a wallflower to be called the Bold. If you see my cheating record, and good is subjective.
If you could make a potion that would guarantee you one thing, what would it be? Love, glory, wisdom, or power? I'm not gonna lie, wisdom, because love and glory, love potions are essentially just obsession potions, and I don't want to touch that. Glory, define the glory, and power is very subjective.
I would go with power because if you have power, you have glory. If you have power and glory, you have love. And enough time, people think you're wise anyway.
True, but here's the thing: is I have a slight thing where with me, I have a sort of like gap where sometimes I will just start and just common sense goes out the window time for various times.
Right.
Okay, 4 goblets are placed before you. Which do you drink? The golden potion that gives off bright sunspots that dance around the room. A silver glittery potion that sparkles as if it's containing ground diamonds. A thick potion that smells of plums and chocolate. Or a black inky potion that gives off fumes that make you see strange visions. I'm not gonna lie, plums and chocolate. Because I absolutely hate glitter. Um, the entire thing where if it gives off bright sunspots, it's essentially going to blind you as you drink. You're going to just be blind. And I'm not going to lie, my mind already does what the black potion does. Or at least the fumes of it do.
Okay, so I'm going with the silvery glittery potion that sparkles like it contains ground diamonds. One diamonds, hell yeah.
I'm, I'm
The
going.
the reason why I'm not the reason
Sorry.
why I'm not going for the thick potion, and this is a really stupid, selfish reason, is when I grew up, we had a
Mm-hmm.
plum tree in the backyard,
Oh, yeah,
and
no, I get you, dude. I understand. I actually do truly understand.
yeah, I'm not a big fan of plums, and the only reason we ever picked plums as a kid was because we were using them as baseballs to hit over the fence and put into the neighbor's pool.
I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I used to love bananas and apples when I was younger,
Yeah,
and now I can only eat I can only eat applesauce or very cinnamon apples because we're so sick of apples. Not to mention, I found out a very bad mutation of the poll. So you know how people have pollen allergies, right?
yeah,
Technically speaking, I found out the very, very bad hard way that pollen allergies can mutate to where you're allergic to bananas.
damn.
Let's just say like, everyone was wondering why I didn't eat bananas or why I didn't do that. And I had to literally show them the evidence because, like, there was itchy, my mouth, things would swell, and yeah, wasn't that good. So, yeah, thick plums and chocolate for me, please.
Yeah. But the reason why I wouldn't go for the black inky potion that gives off strange visions is because I hate mental highs. Like if you smoke weed in any way, shape, or form, and you get one that gives you a mental high, it is the worst thing in the world for me. It's like being trapped in a runaway train, and you have to go through every single car, which is a different train of thought. It is the worst high of all time.
Oh God, okay. So my dad taught me a trick, which is if you go in a completely black room,
Yeah.
That's essentially the same exact thing where you're forced to deal with that. So yeah, going on to the next question now. Which instrument is the most pleasing to your ear? Violin, piano, drums, trumpet. And by drums, we're assuming like a snare or one of the drums where you either the drum from the big band, like essentially not the cymbals, not the nothing percussions, but anything that's labeled a drum. And I don't mean like a drum as basically think a snare drum. Some
Yeah.
sort of like similar to that context, or like similar to that.
Yeah, and when it comes to piano, I'm guessing we're talking about a traditional classic piano, not these new age pianos, which are basically synthesizers.
Essentially, yes. I'm going to say violin. Piano,
I would
it's
actually say violin as well, although it is
oh.
tied with piano.
For me, it's tied with drums, but that is only because sort of like drums, like every time I think drum, I think percussion. That's why. The second thing is pianos are good, but this is also sort of like I'm just really like pianos put me to sleep easily if you know which tune to play. And to put it like this, I used to be a clarinetist, and where I would sit would usually be either beside or in front of the trumpets. And let's just say I've had one too many people decide they want to blow their trumpet right in my ear. So
Yeah, trumpet
trumpets,
people can go to hell.
like I get people think it's really soothing, but when you've been in the band before and you sort of like have been in that position, trumpets easily can become like the worst thing to listen to. Like not because of sort of like the sound of it, but because every time you hear the trumpet play, you get those memories. And your
Well, what
ears.
I really don't like about the trumpet, because I was also in band, was the fact that not only are they loud and they like to act like they own the place, like usually in my experience that's with the players, but they also have to clean their spit guards on the floor wherever they go.
Try being the
Dude.
clarinet who's right next to them, and having one of them just sort of like blow it in your ear. Not the spit guard, but sort of like the horn to do their sort of like tuning. I nearly
Actually,
stabbed a man that day.
what's kind of entertaining though for this question is in our PTU game, I did mention because it's never going to be shown, but Emmanuel actually has a piano and a violin in his room because that's something that him and his sister used to do together, which they used to do duets.
Oh yeah, that was mentioned before.
Yeah.
Right, next question because we both agree violin. You enter
Hell
a
yeah.
magical garden. What do you look at first? The luminous pool with something in its depths? A statue with a twinkling eye? A silver tree with golden apples? Or talking toadstools? And here's the thing, I'm just going to say this straight up. I'm going with the luminous pool.
Okay, why is that?
Because statue with a twinkling eye reminds me of Pokemon Dungeons, where the Groudon's eye sort of like did the entire thing where you met with I think it was Uxie, either Uxie or Missprit. Silver Tree with Golden Apples reminds me of the movie where two kids sort of like get approached by a unicorn, and the two different kids, one had the golden, one had the silver.
Okay.
And the talking toadstools, to put it simply, very very bad Pokemon vibes from the from the time where some of the Pokemon may have tried. Well, some of the fungi Pokemon tried to eat a few characters. Don't
So
ask.
I actually have a different answer than you do.
Yeah. The luminous pool is because that thing in the depths could either be a plant or a creature I'm soon gonna befriend.
Right. So I would not go with the luminous pool because I grew up swimming like basically my entire life, so water doesn't really attract me. Not to mention, there's so many things that live under the water. The last thing I want is to put my face near enough to it in
Oh
case
yeah,
it's a
no, I
plunger.
understand that. It's like one of the things near where I am is we've had huge catfishes in the river near us, like bigger than a boat.
Yeah. The statue I could really care less about. And talking toadstools, I doubt toadstools have anything interesting to say. Not to mention, as Qui-Gon Jinn said to Jar Jar Binks, just because you have the ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
Oh,
So I'm going with the silver tree with golden apples because I might be able to sell those golden apples for some straight galleons.
okay. Oh, there was another thing I was thinking about with the golden apples is there was an old tale, I think either Greek or Roman,
Are you thinking
about
about
golden apples.
Hercules,
No,
one
no,
of
no,
his trials?
no, 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 not one of the trials, but one of the things where the trees gave some sort of power to those who ate it through the apples, or something golden, some sort of golden fruit giving power through being eaten. God's being pissed whenever someone random just came up and ate an apple. I might be thinking of the wrong thing though. I might be thinking Pop Tropia because that was yeah, because that was one of their quest things. Anyway, let's move on to the next question. 4 boxes are set before you. Which do you open? A plain jet black box with a silver rune that you know to be the mark of Merlin. A golden box with carved feet that warns secret knowledge, an unbearable temptation lurking within. A plain pewter box that says, I open only for the worthy. Or a tortoise shell box that sounds like something living is squeaking inside. I'm going for that squeaking. What about
I
you?
mean, the squeaky box is kind of tempting.
No, no, no. Sounds like something living is squeaking
Yeah,
inside.
yeah. I'm saying that's tempting.
Yeah, like,
Um, but that's not my choice. So I wouldn't go with the plain jet black box with Merlin's mark on it.
oh yeah, I'm
Simply, be,
sorry.
simply because anyone can put that mark on it. Just because it's the mark known for Merlin doesn't mean it's from Merlin.
Yeah, it's likely a trap with how it's being described. Essentially, since Merlin's from the ancient ages, and that seems like such a modern design. Modern
I
as
also wouldn't go for the golden box because if it's unbearable temptation for knowledge, that just sounds like a deep, dark old one, like Lovecraft bullshit.
oh yeah, no, totally.
But the main reason I would go for the plain pewter box is because it says I open only for the worthy. Even if that's not me, that means that if I get those that I wish to be in my life to try to open it and they can, that means they are worthy of me.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. I was gonna say also you can use it as a table until someone opens it.
Yeah, not to mention like that would be like the ultimate way to test like if you're like if it's like true love like with someone like if they can't open it, they're not worth getting married to.
But yeah, no, the main reason I didn't want to do with the plain jet back, yeah, reason why I didn't want to do the plain jet black box is because that's
Yeah,
obviously a trap. That is a modern design for ancient mark.
yeah.
The golden box with carved feet, that's a trap. Or what you said. In the plain pewter box, like, granted, I agree with you. But here's the thing. I'm the type of person who will look, like, if something tries to make me the main protagonist, I will kick it out and let it roll down the river to the next person.
But
So,
but I don't want to be the protagonist of my own story. I want to be
oh,
the
yeah.
antagonist of everyone else's.
Oh, no, no, no. Here's the thing. You also have to realize this is, like, depending on the story, because If you join that story, you don't know what trope you're getting. As far
Fair
as
enough.
like, I'm not being part of the main story. Yeet. Which smell is most appealing to you? Home, the sea, fresh parchment, or a log fire? I'll be honest, the sea.
Ooh, we're gonna have different opinions on this then.
So just to clarify, reason why I didn't say home, my dad smokes a lot of cigarettes. The
That's fair.
fresh parchment, that's really good, but it's also the entire thing of I prefer old parchment to new parchment. Or basically, old books smell a lot better than newer books. And a log fire, depending on the log that's burning, that could be good or bad.
So I wasn't gonna go for home mostly because my home doesn't smell like anything, which might be the quote unquote comfort of it. Is like it's a smell you're so used to that it doesn't have a smell to you anymore. The sea, I don't know if you've been around the sea too often, but it can stink to high heaven at certain
Oh yeah, no,
intervals
I've
of the day.
only like I've only been there on vacations, but yeah, I get you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it can smell really nice when it wants to, but it can smell like some of the worst things your nose unfortunate um has ever had the misfortune of being a part of. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm sure you would eventually get used to it, like
it's just the
really
entire
anything.
thing of I like the smell of water, and that's rare because like most people say you can't smell water, but you can.
Fresh parchment. I do enjoy the smell of a fresh book. Like that's one of my favorite things about buying books is like the smell. But I'm not so much of a fan of it that it's like, oh, this is like air freshener quality. For me, a log fire though, perfect though, because one, I do enjoy winter with log fires, and one of my favorite things growing up was we had a cabin up in the mountains, and we had log fires there. So we'd be like making bonfires and s'mores and smokies and things like that. And one of the awesome things about it was because we were in the mountains. Whenever it rained, it would refresh the forest, which made it smell amazing there. So if I'm in that location, bring it on, log fire all the way.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you though. I prefer the fall. All right. Next question is: a troll breaks into the headmaster's study. Order the following items in the order that you would save them. Dragon box here that the headmaster has nearly completed. Student records going 1,000 years back, or a book of indecipherable ruins, thought to have been owned by Merlin. Which do you save first? I'm not gonna lie to you, I went Cure Records book. Cure
Okay.
because yeah, they're gonna need that. Records because someone could have an allergy to something that could be deadly, and it might kill them. And again, the book it's thought to be owned by Merlin, but thoughts could be wrong.
Um, I'm not doing that. I'm doing Cure Book Records. One, because the Cure is profitable and there is a chance of it being complete. The books are indecipherable, so only the fact that it was owned by someone of importance makes it really worth any value. Care less about student records that go back that far. So I'm doing Cure Book Records.
Okay, so next question is: what would you rather be? Trusted, liked, praised, feared, envied, imitated? Is that imitated or? Hmm.
Imitated, not intimidated.
Okay, this is gonna seem weird, but I prefer imitated.
Same.
Do you want to explain? Do I want to explain? Should we explain or should we just move on?
I mean, we could explain.
Like, trusted, like, trust breaks can be broken and all that. Liked, liked, like can go on and on. You be disliked, liked, praised. Dear God, you can only be praised so much. Feared.
Tell that to Emmanuel.
Uh, you can only be feared so much before sort of like someone tries to kill you. Envied. Someone's gonna stab you in the back. I'd rather have a copycat on my hands than be possibly stabbed.
For me, trust is not exactly a two-way street. Just because they trust me doesn't mean I can trust them. It could be that they feel that they can tell me their deepest, darkest secret. But if I do that, they're gonna tell fucking anyone that'll listen.
Oh yeah, totally.
Liked is subjective. It's nice to be liked, but it doesn't really do much for you unless, say, like they have something you want, like, oh, we're going to like a concert and I have 2 tickets, and because I like you, you get to come with me.
You might not even
That's
like
the
that person.
yeah, yeah, and like not to mention again that's not exactly a two-way street. It could be that people like you, but you don't like them, and then you got a stalker on your hand.
And then you have the praise thing, which I would like to point out big heads get hit from being praised too much.
Well,
Not
my problem is that I don't trust anyone who praises me. Like, I always feel like, what is your angle? I never feel like anything praise wise, even if it's genuine, I don't feel like any praise is genuine.
well, yeah,
There's
no praise.
always an ulterior motive of some sort, even if it's something like oh they're like they have a crush on you, so you know they're more likely to praise you. Well, the fact of the matter is they have a crush on you, so they're saying that in the hopes of you falling for them or getting into bed with you.
Oh yeah, no, that happens a lot. Now, what was the next one? Okay, next question.
Uh,
Sorry.
I don't care about being feared, and envied just means that eventually it'll lead to hate. As for imitation, that is the most sincere form of flattery.
Indeed. Now, the next question is which of the following do you have the most trouble dealing with? Hunger, being ignored, cold, boredom, or loneliness? You know what? Let's let you choose first.
I'm going with being ignored because I'm a chef. If I get hungry, I just cook. It's not a big deal for me. If cold, the cold doesn't bother me. When I was a kid, I hated the cold. Now I actually love the cold. Like like I don't have the heat on at all right now. It's like 2 degrees in my place, and I'm loving it. Boredom, I'm never bored. I can entertain myself. Loneliness, yeah, even before a corona, I would isolate myself for 3 months at a time. Loneliness doesn't bother me. It's being
Okay.
ignored or interrupted that pisses me off.
Oh yeah, same thing. But here's the thing: is the thing I have the most trouble with is loneliness. Reason? I know how to fix food, so that deals with hunger, being ignored. Well, I have my dog. I'm going to just kidnap her if I feel like I'm being ignored. Cold. I have plenty of blankets to wrap myself in. Boredom. Again, I have a dog. And loneliness. Sometimes Coco doesn't want to cuddle, or she's doing something, or like I don't really interact with people a lot, and usually spend most of the day sleeping, if not sort of like playing on the computer. Like I'll be wanting to do a lot of co-op stuff, sort of like playing with other people, and absolutely no one will be on.
All right.
Yeah. So next question. Do you want to read the question this time?
All right. If you could have a superpower, which would you choose?
I
Read
already.
minds, invisibility, change the past, change your appearance, talk to animals, or super strength.
All right. I'm just going to say, plain out, change your appearance. Read minds. Dear God, you don't want to know the toxicity of the minds around you. You might find out your best friend is the person who's planning to betray you. You'll find out your worst enemy is actually someone who has a crush on you. Invisibility. It says. Do you want? So, do you want to read out the physical? Sort of like. Do you want to read off the description of invisibility?
Like if I were to Google what like definition of invisibility.
Yes.
Dear Google Senpai, I need your help.
Do you want to know what? Do you want?
Invisibility. Now, inability to be seen or disabled. Will not be seen.
So, do you want to know why I say no to invisibility?
Yes, I have never seen if you can.
No, no, no. Because think about it like this: does it say anywhere where you can turn back to being visible?
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing that says you can turn back to being visible. You're basically just stuck that way forever. Change the past. I don't want to deal with alternate timelines and all the shit that's gonna happen. Um, talk to animal. There's a bunch of asshole animals, and you gotta realize these animals include all things sort of like mammal. Does it include fish? Does it include bugs? Super strength. I'm more likely to break everything around me if I have super strength. So thank you, but I will change my appearance how I'd like.
Okay. I'm going with a different answer. So I'm not going with read minds because my concern is, can I turn this off? Because if I can't, that would be the worst thing of all time. Having to punch the phone when everyone else is sleeping.
Oh, I actually do know a game where someone's like that. Hold on, I'm pulling it up for a second. It's actually a phone game, and the phone game I believe is. Just continue with your. Okay, it's called Fallen Hero Rebirth.
I wouldn't go for invisibility because that, like, cue the world's smallest violin. But for most people, I'm already invisible. It's not hard. You just gotta be something nobody wants you to be, and you're invisible. Uh, I wouldn't go with changing my appearance because I can already do that. With invisibility, and it becomes crazy. Well, I can already change my appearance. I wouldn't want super strength because I'd actually be worried about hurting others. Like if I can't control it, what happens if I do like a playful tap on a shoulder and I end up breaking their arm or putting their arm into porcelain?
Oh yeah, no, I get that, but the entire reason why I chose sort of like appearance is I don't know how to do makeup. I don't know how to do any of the makeup stuff. I and for people who literally cannot, for the life of them.
Well, the thing is, like with today's day and age, like YouTubers, they're like YouTube any of that, they get like thousands, if not millions, of views and stuff.
True, but it's also the entire thing of self confidence sort of like destroys me before I even get started.
The thing about talking to animals, I can already sort of do that. The one thing about animals that most people don't realize is that animals can't talk because most people don't know how to do it.
Oh yeah, no, agreed.
The only problem
Uh,
I have with that is I'm a chef and I get to know people. What happens if I can talk to cows and chickens and I get to know them before I have to dissect them?
so which one did you choose, by the way?
I want to change the past because then I can have them blend in every time. And as long as I activate the power before I take the final nap, I can live my life as many times as I want, but the outcome is never bad.
I just want to point out you just described the outcome. You just described Undertale in one go.
Yeah, and it's a great game. It feels more innocent.
True. I'm still waiting for Delta Rune Chapter 2. Which of the following would you
Still
most
working
like?
on that one.
Which one would you most like to study? Centaur, mere people, ghosts, werewolves, vampires, goblins, trolls. I'm gonna go ghost.
I'm gonna go Ghost too.
Okay, centaurs, they're awesome, but I've also seen where they are extremely territorial. I don't bother them, they don't bother me. Mere people, I saw the movie where they tried, I think either mere people or some sort of aquatic creature tried to drown a person. And long story short, a majority these are if I ignore it, and it basically we just neutral agreements to not be near each other. Werewolves. Not gonna lie, I actually really do like werewolves. It's just the entire thing of the Harry Potter going based off the Harry Potter community. A good portion of these, outside of the ghost itself, because if you study ghosts, you're interacting with ghosts on the Hogwarts thing. Like every creature outside of ghosts in there have absolutely no representation in the Hogwarts. So yeah, I want to go ghost.
So my train of thought is, while studying Gryffindors is cool, the problem with them is that there are rare exceptions where they are chill, like they would decide to share their secret and talk to you and just talk to you. Otherwise, they're either aloof, territorial, or assholes.
Or all three combined.
Yeah, at the same time. Some people, I could care less about. Flat out, I could care less about mercy. Werewolves, yes, it kind of sucks that it is a decision right from the jump. It sounds more like it is a valid take than the 17 people.
Yeah. Oh, I also want to point out to you the werewolf racism in Hogwarts.
Well, it's not in Hogwarts canon. It is something called Princessprt.
Yeah, but can I also point out to you that for like Snape immediately he basically told the children what Lupin was by assigning them a werewolf research paper.
Yes.
Instead of letting Lupin
I know I've heard this.
instead of letting
I
Lupin instead of letting Lupin to like tell the kids on his own time, he basically just slapped an essay in the kids' faces.
The problem with vampires, now we actually don't know anything about vampires, and admittedly, our vampires really had when we were in Lockhart's book about him, quote unquote, killing one of the vampires to the point they could fully inhabit for the rest of their lives.
Oh dear God, I feel sorry for that vampire.
Yeah,
And
so again, we don't know enough about vampires. Like, is it like afflicted with werewolves? Are they like their own separate race? Like, what's going on with that? I don't know enough about them to be able to like be like, oh yes, vampires, my favorite.
oh yeah, same.
Don't get me wrong, I love vampires. But oh man,
Oh yeah. And then there's goblins. Goblins do goblins vary goblins vary from group to group. Same for trolls. Like you have the good trolls, you have the bad trolls, but absolutely nothing on their society.
absolutely
Like
nothing whatsoever. Vampires, they are constantly interested in food. I don't want to be in a room with either of them, or on top of each other.
yeah. And then you have the trolls, which let's not even get into that.
No.
Which subject at Hogwarts would you be most interested in studying? Everything, apparition, hexes, jinxes, secrets about the castle, transfiguration, broom flying, or care magical creatures. I'm not even gonna hesitate. Care magical creatures. Transmu- transfi- Transfiguration is a close second, but like I get being able to turn stuff into other stuff is cool, but it has a price. It's basically alchemy.
Well, I mean, apparition seems like it would be cool, but
Um,
again,
so
can you
from
learn this outside of Hogwarts? Does it offer courses? Like, if I were to
oh,
learn it outside of
um,
Hogwarts?
I did learn about this, but you remember essentially the problem with this class has a high percent to kill you.
What, apparition?
Yeah, because think of it as you could literally get ripped in half due to a spell.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's like
how many
70.
do spells have?
Oh yeah, no. Essentially, you could pay. You could essentially kill yourself, and the class, from what I understand, is like 70% harder than everything else. Well, I agree with you. It's just the entire thing of I wouldn't choose it as my main class. Like study it off time, so maybe I can make my own hexes and jinxes. Not to mention, it doesn't. Have you seen any of the spells actually transmutated into a certain? Because certain times the object itself will affect what material it comes out as. Like sometimes it'll just change shape. Other times it'll completely change the material it's made out of. But how about you just go for everything? Oh my god, you're gonna become the black market. I'm just gonna predict this now. You're gonna be a Slytherin. You and your friends need to cross a bridge guarded by a river troll. He insists that one of you fight him before you can cross. What do you do? Confuse the troll, have all three of you fight without telling the troll, volunteer to fight, draw lots to see who fights. Honestly, if out of like outside of these options, I'd take him to a tea party. But I guess technically speaking, draw a lot. Like, well, and so technically speaking, he compete. He basically guards this bridge, right? I'm gonna say draw lots because I'd probably not want to fight at all. Like I'd be friendship. Cause what's the best? Cause let me ask you a question. What is the strongest weapon of all? Wrong. It's friendship. Friendship would still win. You know why? Cockroaches. Cockroaches. Have you never seen the movie? Have you never seen the movie with the giant cockroach people? Fair enough, but essentially, I would draw lots. What would you do? Yeah, but technically, technically speaking, technically speaking, there are multiple ways to fight it. It's just depending on which way you want to go. Like, you could challenge it to a game, call that a fight. Fair enough. Would you draw lots to see who fights? Because you know, I'm just going to stand there just buffing you guys like. Nope. Oh, I also found out that true. Oh, I also learned that in D&D 5e, the strongest healing class is not a cleric, but a druid. Because you can use concentration on healing spirit and cast sort of like healing word as a spell, and sort of like Also do cantrips. Oh yeah, no, I get that. You know a fellow classmate has house. Yeah. You know that a fellow housemate has Let me try again. You know that a fellow house member cheated on a test. You got the second highest grade in the class. Your housemate was the highest. Professor Flitwitch confronts you and asks if they were cheating. What do? Tell them the truth. Tell him to ask your classmate, in which you tell your classmate that if you want, you will. Lines that you don't know, but hope he finds out somehow. Or if you knew someone was cheating, you wouldn't wait for Flitwitch to ask. You tell him before the test started. I would tell the truth. What would you do? First one, it's the entire thing where I tell him the truth because it's the entire thing if he says he's going to do it, but he never carried it out. So why would I alert? Okay, so I'm basically telling him if he asks me. You want to know why? Because if I tell him before it happens, the classmate might not cheat at all, and I might lose Professor Flintwich might lose trust in me. If I do the one where I ask him to ask the classmate, it will seem like we're collaborating. If we lie, the truth is going to sooner or later come out. Not to mention, the classmate might blame it on you. What was your answer? Oh no, no, that's not what I'm worried about. My entire thing, my worry is that they're going to try and twist you around where they put the blame on me. Like have it where it seemed like I was cheating off of them. Like, you know you at least house points if you do that. Okay. Which path do you take? A twisting, leafy path through the woods, a dark lit, yeah, okay, a dark lantern lit alley, a wide, sunny, grassy path, or a cobblestone street lined with ancient buildings? I'm gonna choose the woods because I like trees. I dislike the alley and the cobblestone one because those include people. Wide, sunny, grassy path. A lot of people are going to choose that, so you'll find me in the woods. Okay, well, next question. Which nightmare would scare you the most? None of your friends or family know who you are, being trapped in a dark room with an eye peering at you through a keyhole, being caught up high with no handholds, or being forced to speak in a funny voice so that everyone laughs at you. I'm gonna say the first one. Which one would be your. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I do too. Oh, yeah, no, Oh, yeah, no, it's an entire thing where I'm in a similar boat, but I mean close friends and family. Second one would be being caught up high with no handholds, but first one is definitely family. Because technically speaking, I consider my pets family as well. Okay, you're walking down the street late at night and you hear a cry that you're fairly sure has a magical source. What do you do? Withdraw into the shadows, draw your wand and try to discover the source, proceed with caution, keeping a hand on your still concealed wand, or draw your wand and stand your ground. I'm going to proceed with caution. You know why? Because if I don't, this thing might know where I am already. If I withdraw into the shadows, it's definitely going to notice. If I try to draw my wand and essentially I'm doing what I'm doing because that way I can cast a quick spell and possibly get away and see what it is. However, there's sorry. Oh yeah, same as me.
The reason I'm doing that is because there are so many unknown fairies. Like, does it mean like it's a I don't know, let's pick magical person. A bird, like is there a magical reason for the bird to be there?
And not to mention, it
Could
could
it be
be
like a vague like some sort of I don't know, some sort of magic?
yeah. Not to mention, it could also be that the thing that caused magical source is in danger or getting hurt.
Like it's kind of like in the real world where you hear a bang and it's like, okay, was it fireworks or firecrackers? Thank God. Or is it a storm brewing somewhere that like backed up and the opposite?
Yeah. Next question is: a muggle approaches you and says you're a wizard. How?
That's why I chose one because of the magical wizard animatronic. I'm gonna be in a muggle area.
Okay. A muggle approaches you and says you're a wizard. How do you react? Ask them why they think so. Agree and offer a sample of a jinx. Agree and walk away bluffing. Express your certain offer call a mental hospital. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm just going to pull the most fabulous. I'm just going to pull the thing of course I'm a wizard. I look magical, and then walk away.
Agree and walk away.
Agree and walk away bluffing.
So I've got to ask them where they came from because they could just say they are exposed to the magical world. Like, oh, this is magical. Like,
It also could be a test because there have been mentions of things like that happening. It's the entire thing of whether I am or am not. It's the entire thing of I'm going to pull this and basically wait for them to provide evidence to show who they are.
I'm not going to agree and walk away bluffing because, well, uh, I'm fairly sure if I say, oh, like, draw dagger sword and shoot you, that's going to get them to be very confused and not be able to tell. I'm just going to agree and offer a sample of a jinx and bluff and see what's going to happen. I'm going to wait. Or they're going to be so scared and they're thinking, oh, yes, jinx me, daddy.
Oh dear God. Run away.
And turn back and say, hi.
You might want to call yourself a mental hospital. Okay, if you could pick any. Okay, basically, which house do you want to be sorted into? I chose Hufflepuff. Uh, what did you get?
I think a Gryffindor.
Same here.
I got Waffle House. Yay!
What did you actually get?
I got Sword of the Roses, a Gryffindor.
Wait, what? Hold up, share your screen. I want to see this. I want to. Okay.
So the red.
I got Hufflepuff. You belong in Yeah. Yeah, I'm a Hufflepuff.
For that last question, they couldn't have done who would you rather be, and they should have done something like which of the houses would you least want to be? Because now it just kind of feels like, okay, did we answer everything? And this is what we got. It just happened to coincide, or do we just do an entire test and literally the last question was me wondering what said that?
I mean, we could go through it again and let the sorting hat decide. if you want to double check. I mean, we already know what our answers are. Let's just do it over and let the sorting hat decide, okay? Um. Oh, I'm not streaming. I'm recording. Rush through it. If you want to bring something up you realize, bring it up. Eh, it's YouTube. Alright. Well, no matter what, I think I'm a Hufflepuff. Pottermore, for some reason, thinks I'm a Gryffindor. I still got Hufflepuff! You got Slytherin, didn't you? You got Slytherin, didn't you? Wait, hold up. What? No. You share that screen. I want to see this. I want to see this. Share. Click share your screen. Click the share screen button. I know you know how. No. You're clicking. Are you a Gryffindor? Just click share your screen, dude. I want to see this. Hold up. Are you actually a house elf or are you sort of like Slytherin? Share the screen. I want to see this. It's click on the button between the camera and the mic. And select and when it says share screen, just either click screen or click the application. Really? Come on, do it for the video, dude. Are you actually in Slytherin or are you house elf? Okay, click the. Yeah, it says share screen, but it basically looks like a TV with the arrow. Click screen. You can either share the application or the screen. There we go. Alright, show me that. Show me the. No, you show me that. Show me the outcome. Show me the outcome, dude. Come on. You got. Seriously. What happened to the Pottermore quiz? It's on the internet one, isn't it? You got Slytherin. I thought so. We should seriously wait. Technically, I'm your Huffle buddy now. I'm the Hufflepuff. There's a reason why Hufflepuffs are honey badgers. Yeah, and and I've seen, and there is a honey badger thing where they fought each and every house, and they're extremely immune to poison. It would be funny if all. Okay, they're immune to a lot of the poisons. True. They can't fight an eagle off for their food, however. There's actually a video of it. But, yeah. If I ever found a Harry Potter game where there has to be at least two people to play it, you want to play the Slytherin? You already know how. It's just the entire thing if you need to figure out how to cast it. Like, yeah. Like, I remember there was this Harry Potter game where you could essentially, like, it was a website. Yo, there's a Hogwarts digital escape room. What the heck? Um, there's Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery. Oh, I do have a Harry Potter, or technically a Harry Potter Hogwarts, or like school thing from someone who made it D&D 5e edition, or something similar to that. There's Harry Potter Online. Essentially, think of it as it's basically a community chat room with a lot of role playing. Harry Potter Hangman, Harry Potter by Audible. Um, there's Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery. There's the Harry Potter Online RPG. Oh yeah, there's also the Harry Potter Minecraft server. Hold up, the what? Yeah. That sounds oddly like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Wizards 101. Oh yeah, no, I know about. I just looked it up. Um, but yeah, no, I'm looking up some Harry Potter video games. Maybe we can find a co-op one. Cause I know there's a lot of them. That exists. Oh, really? Oh, there's the Harry Potter's Wizards Unite, which honestly, the two, like Wizards Unite and Magic Mystery, I don't really like. Um, oh, there's, yeah. Oh, what do you think of Hogwarts Legacy? What do you think of Hogwarts Legacy? I just heard of it. What the heck? I like the, oh, okay. Nice. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. I just kind of just I'm figuring this out now. I'm sad I just found it. Um, and then there's Harry Potter Puzzles and Spells. It sounds so sad because it's basically Candy Crush. Like it's literally just Candy Crush, but Harry Potter edition. Heck, it's not even Harry Potter edition. They literally stole that from the game. That was entirely part of the thing because it was one of the apps he had. I don't even want. I don't. Oh. Then we. I don't even want to touch the Lego series. Like, let the Lego series burn. I know, but dear God, like I'm still pissed at over what they did at Ninjago, because like they made it seem like the Lego movie for sort of like Lloyd and Garmadon was sort of like supposed to be a new sort of like it's supposed to be alternate universe, and then they incorporate things from the old universe, and I've apparently missed over like I was all the way up to where Garmadon had gotten sealed into the thing. They had fought Morrow, and I thought it stopped there, and then they released the movie, and it never stopped there. They're on current season 13. I'm still angry about it. Uh, I sorry. I'm sure you they're already planning that. Like, why do you think they're buying all this stuff? Because they know the fans are about. Not to mention, do you realize that once Disney bought these things, the fans went absolutely crazy? Like, I think Disney literally bought it so the fans could have more freedom. Because, like, since Disney bought it, have you heard of any of the fan games being shut down? Like, technically speaking, like, there were a bunch of Harry Potter fan games that came out the moment Disney bought it, and they weren't all kid friendly. But even those stick around. And I'm not gonna lie with you, I absolutely dislike. It's a good game, but Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery, it's not a good one because sometimes you'll get like sometimes you'll just miss. Like sometimes your phone's just gonna crap on you. And again, oh yeah, oh yeah, no, I wasn't done complaining, but I agree with you. But also, yeah, no, and there's a third thing is sometimes it won't let you be a dick. Like if you want to agree with the bad guy, if you want to do something bad, it's not going to let you. Like it'll say it'll let you, and then it'll just pause this thing and won't let you continue forward. You're essentially stuck in there until you choose the right option. Yeah. Uh. Yeah. No. Yeah, I get that, my dude. I get that. Um. Oh, what do you think of the? What do you think of Harry Potter and Sorcerer's Stone, the video game? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I loved it, and it's like, yes, the graphics could do better, but I absolutely loved it. Like, I like the. I'm trying to think of it. Oh, Dragon Riders of Pern. I said PERN, YouTube. PERN! And essentially, I loved it because it played so well. Issue with the Dragon Riders of Pern, and I'm bringing this up because it was a common issue. There would be a glitch that would completely be let it be unable to continue the story. So you would sometimes have to go in and physically change it. And then there's Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Honestly, I like that one as well. I do remember having Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, the video game, but I don't ever remember playing it. I know I did, I'm blanking on it. Yeah. Oof. And what do you think of Harry? What do you think of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix? I just keep blanking on that one game. Yeah. There was the game called Harry Potter for Connect, but again, I didn't have Connect at the time. There's one called the Book of Potions as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, no, a lot of the games past a certain point just suck, and sometimes you'll get the rare ones that are lovely. It's just the entire thing of a lot of them were on systems I didn't have. Right. Mm. Sorry if I'm trying to find a Harry Potter game that supports multiplayer. There's also Legacy, but yeah, we might have to. Yeah. There's an entire argument whether Legacy will support multiplayer or not. 2021. They don't know when, but sometime this year. Yeah. There's also the. I mean, by all means, there's Harry Potter mod series. Yeah, no, I'm not joking. There's actually Harry Potter mod packs. Minecraft. Oh no, not just reskins, but you essentially have the full magic effect. Yeah, no, there's like 4 different modded things. I'm about to go try out. Um, yeah, there's a bunch of modded Minecraft. There's also the vanilla Minecraft, which also basically is reskinned with a bunch of plugins. Um, oh dear God, there's a lot of Harry Potter. Like this is a lot more than I anticipated. Joke's on you, I actually have a strong enough computer to do that. That sucks. I think he mistook memory and RAM. If you want me to, I could get a copy of the build I have and send it to you. My computer. I mean, that's what my dad did. This is the computer I'm using is actually a birthday gift from him. He built it. And the only reason it isn't running faster or harder is because they wouldn't let him add more stuff. Yeah, but physically they just basically didn't allow him to add anything else. Oh, well, that's one Harry Potter server that's just sort of like gone. Essentially, some Harry Potter servers are essentially dead. Oh no, not with the copyright. It's the entire thing of how Harry Potter died and it's slowly being brought back. We might just have to play on the Harry Potter vanilla. Which, by the way, I'm a Hufflepuff on there. Uh, oh, think of it as it's basically a roleplay server. And you can go into vanilla mode where you can well, not vanilla mode, but survival mode where you can go and survive. However, fair warning, other wizards will try to kill you. Yep. Uh, oh no. Do you want to try talking again?
Why?
I feared so. So apparently my audio crapped out and it wasn't recording anything you were saying.
Woo! I will forever remain a mystery.
Well, now you're not because you're being recorded now.
Oh, sweet. So this entire time, it sounds like you were just talking to yourself.
Pretty much.
Oh, that's gonna be great. It's gonna be like, what the fuck is she doing? She's like talking to herself. She says she's there with. Does she have an imaginary friend? What's going on? Well, that's gotta be a fun video to try to explain.
uh,
Like, no, guys, I swear, you just have to like get to like the 2 hour
I'm
mark,
still
and then you can hear
recording.
them.
I shared my screen even, so they saw what I saw.
Oh, I'm aware of that. I'm just saying, like, it's like, oh, well, I swear he's there. It's just, just, it's just, it kind of sounds like I'm talking to myself, but I swear, if you stick around for like an hour and a half to 2 hours, you'll be able to hear him.
You remember that Star Wars Galaxy multiplayer game you used to play? Yeah. Is there anything Harry Potter like it? Essentially, me and my friend were looking for a Harry Potter game like that. No, not Star Wars. Harry Potter. sometime this year. Yeah, I know there's no multiplayer games like that outside of the sort of like servers.
That would be nice. That was an extremely complex game.
Yo, I found a Harry Potter sort of like site.
Now I can hear you again.
Yeah, sorry. I was asking my dad some questions. Okay, so yeah, essentially there's no other Harry Potter games like that.
I'm still
Hmm.
laughing at the fact that the audio crapped on you.
Hmm.
I'm not even sure you're gonna be able to really put that up onto the YouTubes.
Oh yeah, no, I'm still going to. They're not going to stop me.
I mean, it might be for the best considering that with all my swearing, you probably would have gotten a strike at some point.
Oh no no, that's if I was kid friendly.
I mean, we are. Well, the original topic was Harry Potter. I'm pretty sure that falls under quote unquote kid friendly as long as you ignore the last like four books in this yeah, four books in the series.
Yeah, no, I'm not considering it kid friendly.
I don't consider myself kid friendly either. I'm a bad influence on them.
Same here. Yeah, no, I'm gonna end the video, then hop off voice chat because I got some stuff to do. I'll see you later.
Yeah, I gotta get going too. It's 2 in the morning and I gotta be up at 6.
I'll see you. I guess I'll see you later today. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye.